Hello and welcome to the Universe and to a video that I can only say I've had dreams of making. It's been the trip of a lifetime, but on the 9th of August 2020, it was announced that after 15 years, Christopher Eccleston, the amazing actor who brought Doctor Who back to our screens for the 21st century, creating a whole new generation of fans who never forgot him as the Doctor, is returning to the character. It's honestly incredible. The man who was the face of Doctor Who when I first set my eyes on this TV show, with its brilliant blue box and savage shop window dummies in late March 2005, is the Doctor once more. Not an impersonator, impression or drawing, no, this is the genuine 9th Doctor. The original, you might say. Just saying that out loud means the world. So in this video I'm going to take you through the details we have on Christopher Eccleston's return to Doctor Who through his very own Big Finish audio series. Plus I'll take a look back at his time in the TARDIS, celebrating what made his Doctor so special and unlike any other. I'll also be discussing why he decided to part ways with the show, to understand that his return isn't just an event for fans, but also a truly honest huge moment for Christopher on a personal level too. So let's dive into this news with Big Finish, an audio adventure producing powerhouse, officially licensed by BBC Studios, set crafting 12 original full-cast audio adventures featuring the 9th Doctor, which are due to be released across 4 box sets, starting with Volume 1 in May 2021. Now I literally don't know anything about the other cast members, writers, guest stars, aliens, enemies, time or space that will form this, what can only be described as fantastic series, as it's top secret. But we do know that it can be pre-ordered now from Big Finish's store, so I'll leave a link to that in the description. So if the news hasn't quite sunk in yet, there's a potential 12 new stories with the Time Lord that too many overlooked. Now after close to 2 decades, the 9th Doctor can essentially get his second series with a full-on cast of friends and foes, with the majority of companions and characters from his era of the show already having appeared in Big Finish Productions' previous stories. I can see them rocking up too. Even with these few details, it's truly something special, with Big Finish's chairman Jason Hay-Ellery adding the origins of this event. I first talked to Christopher about returning to the role of the Doctor at the Gallifrey 1 convention in February this year. Christopher said he was enjoying meeting the fans and was pleased that his Doctor was remembered so fondly. He indicated that he would be open to discussing a project with Big Finish. And then the pandemic happened, and time moved both quickly and very slowly. Over recent months, ideas have been exchanged and discussions had. I am so pleased that Christopher has decided to return to the role with us, and I'm excited to welcome him to the Big Finish family as we discover the new adventures of the 9th Doctor. Yeah, so only over the last few years, Eccleston has made the odd appearance at conventions, beginning to show his affection and love for playing the character that was never lost, just a feeling that was forced underneath lots of negativity from the press, hidden from us. It's these conventions that have, according to interviews featured by Radio Times, The Guardian and Den of Geek, among others, that have helped inspire his return, seeing that fans still love 9. Christopher Eccleston talked about the announcement in the official press release, saying that after 15 years it will be exciting to revisit the 9th Doctor's world, bringing back to life a character that I love playing. He's a Doctor different to the others, to me at least, as he appears more human in his portrayal of the character. He's loved and lost, and when we see him battling against Cassandra O'Brien, the Slovene family or Reapers and rampant nanogenes, he isn't your black and white hero. It's sometimes a blurrier line. He's walking wounded, travelling through 13 excellent episodes. It's his first interaction with a Dalek that never gets old for me. It's like no other. The shock, terror, realisation, elation, rage, regret and revenge, all in one scene portrayed by an actor that had a glorified pepper pot prop to work with. It's his reaction that made the Daleks terrifying. Oh, even the Doctor's terrified. Now I am too. In one series, you get to see this no-nonsense attitude transform a warrior to become an explorer again, with eyes that are ready to see the universe anew. It's a great story, one that could have ended easily after 13 episodes, or continued onwards into the future. Maybe in a parallel universe, eh? Can you imagine if he stayed as the Doctor? Oh, the arguments between 9 and Donna would have been something else. Now back in our universe, as Big Finish's creative director Nicholas Briggs added to the announcement saying, "Working with Chris was a very special time for me, the beginning of my Doctor Who TV career. So writing for and directing him feels incredibly exciting. He's such a powerful performer and it will be amazing to work with him again." The possibilities for these audios are endless. Could they be set before Rose? Could we see the Doctor destroy the weapon factories of Villengard? Or will we see the show at its prime with the Doctor and Rose travelling in the TARDIS with Adam and Captain Jack making the odd appearance here and there, in amazing unseen adventures? What are your hopes for this project? Feel free to share them in the comments below. Now, I don't want to cast a dark shadow over the reveal, but I feel like it's the right time to talk about Eccleston's original departure from the show, with the final story of Series 1 seeing his version of the titular Time Lord regenerate into perhaps the show's most popular, David Tennant's 10th Doctor. So casting some light on this really adds to the impact of his return. So let's take a look firstly in an article written by Katie Burt for Den of Geek, During late 2019, Eccleston explained more than ever at NYCC Comic-Con about his exit, saying, "I left because my relationship with the showrunner and producer broke down. I left because of the politics of the show. I left only because of these three individuals and the way they were running the show. I love playing the character, I love the world. I felt, I'm going to play the Doctor my way, and I'm not going to get involved in these politics. And that wasn't workable, so off I went and became the Invisible Man." It was the decision to leave that left Eccleston in a difficult place, as he described in the article. "I lost all my confidence as an actor and a person as a result of what happened on Doctor Who. I was blacklisted in my own country for 4 years. That's unofficial, but it was clear that it was happening. And I learned about politics of power and money, and I got my confidence back. And I say to anyone in the room who's ever lost their confidence, and the great thing about losing it is, if you get it back, you know you're never going to lose it again." As someone who struggled with confidence longer than I can remember, to hear how Chris struggled after Doctor Who really made me realise it's okay. Plus, it's weird that actors are viewed like gods or idols, but in fact they're human and make mistakes like we all do. It's a fact that's often forgotten. Now you may be thinking, well, if Christopher didn't like the production team from 2005 to 2010, then why wasn't he in the 50th anniversary special with David Tennant and Matt Smith, which was crafted by a completely different team? Well, he said, "I was asked about the 50th anniversary episode, and it was written by Stephen Moffat, so obviously I was really interested. But when I read the script, I felt that it was basically myself, Matt and Dave riffing off the fact that we used to be the Doctors. I personally didn't feel the narrative was strong enough, particularly for the Ninth Doctor, because I had taken quite a lot of abuse in my own country when I left. As the show was being celebrated, I was being abused by the press, and that was hard to take. And very confusing, so I looked at it and thought, is this really the way I want to come back? And I decided it wasn't." It was later when chatting about the special during the panel, he said, "I've read lots of scripts, so I understand the strengths of scripts, and I was sent the new draft, which was without me and with the late great and one of my big heroes, John Hurt. I just thought the script was immaculate, and I think it added to the canon of Doctor Who in a way that me coming back just wouldn't. I think the War Doctor was a brilliant working of Stephen Moffat's imagination, and I loved watching him do that. So yes, he may not have donned the leather jacket and sonic screwdriver once more, but seemed supportive of the show even after he went, greeting other actors to play the part with great joy. I think everyone has an opinion on Chris's time as the Time Lord and how it ended, but for me, it appears he never hated the show, the character or the world that was built around it. It was instead the way it was crafted that he didn't agree with. I think that wouldn't have stopped him coming back sooner. Instead, it was the hounding by the press focusing on his exit alone, and not the fact he had just brought a British icon back from the BBC's cutting room floor that appeared to have affected him more greatly. I know I focused on his time away from the TARDIS, but when you consider all of it, the decision to come back is not one that has been considered lightly. His return is so much more when you add this context in, and it's truly worth being excited about. When I saw the announcement, I was stuck at work and was beaming ear to ear. That's the power of the show and its character changing and coming back to be embraced again. It's a moment that is truly special and one 15 years in the making. Christopher Eccleston is the Doctor. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like, comment and subscribe, and if you want to experience some bonus rewards, then be sure to check out my Patreon page like Time Lord tier supporter Stefan Pastran, who gets to see a selection of my videos 24 hours before anyone else, receives a shout out and a brand new downloadable poster every single month. If they sound like things you'd be interested in, then check out my Patreon page and help the channel grow. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.